Welcome back, everybody. Does anybody feel ready to do some future work? If so, the floor is open right now.
What do you mean future work?
Want to work through any of your problems or share anything? Because I know in the last session we talked about how many people said they feel more comfortable after Veronica shared. And Veronica is sick today, so she's not able to be here.
Okay, then I would want to share. I have a lot of self-esteem because of my father. He was in my house, like with my mother, but he was never there. And then when he was there, he was always putting me down, even though I was younger, and telling me I wasn't good at stuff, and like just working out and telling me what to eat, just trying to control my life and everything like that. So I have low self-esteem because he just like took it from me. Like even though I would get like a B on a paper in math, even though I wasn't good at math, he thought I should get an A on stuff. And then my mom really didn't help that much either because she can't really say anything to him. He's like a big man. I mean, I don't know what she would have said for him, but I just wish that she would have stood up more for me and stuff like that. Like I never knew how it would affect now back then, just from something happening so long ago.
Right. How long has it been since you have had a relationship with or talked to your dad?
It's been about 6 years. Just because I can't talk to him about anything because I'm scared of what he's gonna say to me.
Why do you think it is that you're scared of what he's going to say?
Just because of stuff he said in the past. Like
It hurt you?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you should talk to your dad, but would you be willing to maybe act as if you had an opportunity to talk to your dad and you did in the future feel comfortable, what would you want to say to him if he were willing to listen to you? Would you be willing to maybe act that out and say that to someone you feel comfortable with in this room?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have anyone in particular you would like to choose?
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay, well, I just want to tell you that all those years he was within our house and the stuff he said to me and the things he did to me really hurt my feelings, and I didn't know how to cope with it back then, and I still don't know how to cope with it now. It's a day-to-day process, and I always remember the things he said to me back then, and I just want you to be nicer to me and respect me more.
How did that feel to you, Raven?
It feels good, but it makes me feel stupid too because he's never going to hear what I say. He's never going to know how I truly feel about him because I don't have a good to tell him and he doesn't want to listen to me.
What if there was a way, or he actually was willing to at least meet with you?
I don't think I'm ready for that yet. I just can't deal with it right now.
Okay. Maybe that's something you can think about in the future, but nothing you have to do now. But I think it's good that you were just willing to do that and talk about that and open up. That's really, really good. And I'm sure that makes other people here in this room feel comfortable working through some of their problems more. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So is there anybody else who would like to open up a little bit and share maybe with one person that you feel comfortable with in this room, or that you feel like maybe you can relate to or something? Because I found that there are some themes of related problems and struggles between you all.
I feel like I relate, I guess, more to Trish. I think because of she talked about her relationship with her husband, and he really wasn't there.
Right.
And I think too, maybe because of our ages,
Yeah.
we've been in the same situation. We've got families and husbands or had husbands, you know, whatever. And so, yeah, I kind of relate to Karen more.
Awesome. That's good. Are either of you wanting to go ahead and work through anything together? Or want to save that for a later time?
Okay.
Who would like to go first?
Well, I think for me, it's just, even though I know I can continue to tell myself, you know, things that my husband would say to me were not true. It's still hard to, I guess, to feel better.
Right.
You know, even if I know by him telling me that, you know, I was fat, I knew that I wasn't fat, but it still would make me feel bad about myself.
Right. I'm sure all of us in this room can relate to that in some way. But do you think that you would be willing, or it would be helpful for you to maybe say the things that you want to think about yourself that are true, or maybe that you don't right now feel about yourself, but you would like to, when you looked in the mirror, you would like to think, I'm beautiful, or what you would like to tell yourself on a daily basis and actually believe it?
Yeah.
And maybe tell Trish, since you feel comfortable with her.
I think I would like to feel like I'm a good person. I would like to feel like not necessarily that I have to be this beautiful person, but, you know, that I'm not as ugly as how I feel inside. That I'm a good mother. That even though I don't necessarily do the right thing all the time, that I do the best I can.
Right, and I can definitely relate to that because my ex-husband was verbally abusive to me too, and I heard some of the same things from him that you've heard from yours. And so, I mean, I can really relate to how you feel about it. And I've had few relationships after we divorced, and it just seems like every guy that I get with they can't be faithful to me. They just go out to the women or whatever. I don't know if I'm just choosing the wrong kind of man, but it just makes me feel like it's all my fault. What am I doing wrong? What's wrong with me that they can't fully commit to me? Why do they have to, treat me like that?
Mm-hmm.
And it really burns my self-esteem.
Thank you both for sharing that. How did that make the rest of you feel hearing what they wanted to hear about themselves?
I can't really relate to the past husband things. I can definitely relate to what you guys are thinking about yourselves and how what other people said about you affected you. Even if people don't say anything, I still what are they thinking of me? And I always assume the worst of people, oh, they're gonna think that I'm ugly or weird or not pretty and stuff like that. So I think it's important to tell yourself that in the morning or in the mirror or whatever, and build your confidence. I think it's good, but still having trouble working on that.
I thought it was really good because it was inspirational. It inspires just us, the women that's in this room, to go and do that. Even when your self-esteem is high, you still want to tell yourself, I'm beautiful, I'm smart, because as soon as the day you don't, somebody is going to knock you down, and it's going to be the hardest thing to get back up. So I think that it was good what they just said, to tell yourself that. Because we need to tell ourselves something. If you don't tell yourself, then nobody's going to tell you.
Thanks for sharing that, Raven.
I can relate to the whole poor self-image thing, and where worrying about what other people are saying or thinking. And I think that was inspirational. Like, that's something I should do. I should like tell myself what is good and not worry about everybody else.
Would you like to do that as well? Do you think that would help you today, or do you just want to do that in the
I
future?
might wait until next time.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks for sharing though. Is there anything maybe actually that is making you hesitate still in this group to participate? Is there anything that we could do to help you, or
I guess I just want to know like that everyone is accepting of me. That's the only thing really.
why do you think someone in here would not be accepting of you?
Maybe just because of my situation.
You haven't shared a lot about your situation, except very minimal, that you're pregnant, right, and that you feel judged by people around you.
Like my parents, they've kind of like looked down on it, and they're saying like I should marry the father of my child, but things just didn't work out. We broke up. So like I don't want to force someone to be in my life if they don't want to be, and they don't want to be in my child's life.
Right. So if you could wake up tomorrow, what would your life look like? Like, not how would your situation be different, not maybe would you not be pregnant, but how would people look at you instead of judging you, or whatever you would like to change?
Just for like my parents and my friends and any other people to just be more accepting of me and just be proud of what I am doing good and not look at all the bad things.
Right, thank you for sharing. I know that was difficult for you to take that risk, right?
Yeah,
To share with
I
us.
feel better after sharing it.
Good. How does everybody else feel? And
Okay.
sharing. Awesome. So I'll just go ahead and give you all a homework assignment for next week, if you all would be willing to do it. I think it would really benefit the whole group if each of you throughout the week could write down about every time you feel confident or something good, or someone says something positive about you or your situation. If somebody tells Karen that she's beautiful, or that they like the way that she did her hair today, she can write that down and focus on the positive things instead of maybe a few things that day that kind of brought you down. How does that sound to everybody?
I like that. I think so.